So once again, we've been overwhelmed by tomatoes. We've got loads and we're making a ketchup. Ketchup was one of my favourite things that I canned last year. Didn't make enough of it at all, so... Coffee, what happened? Oh... we ran out of it really quickly, so I'm going to try and make a big batch. I'm not sure what I'm going to can it in. We're kind of low on jars and bottles and things at the moment, so it might have to be ketchup in jars, which is a bit weird, but it'll be fine. With the walls fully plastered, apart from a few parts where the electrics still need to be moved around, it was time to begin tiling the kitchen floor.
So to the right, close, you're getting close, and a bit more to the right.
Yeah, hold it tight, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen this in action before.
The thing is, like, we're not gonna be able to, like, take 2 points. Maybe parallel to that one, ish. Okay, let's try that. That's 40.5, just in case we lose it.
So we've laid out the tiles roughly so that we can see in each direction more or less where the straight lines are going to look, because every line that we drew that seemed to line up with a wall wasn't straight. So we've gone with a line that just feels straight to the eye, and it looks pretty straight. I feel like you'll walk into this room and it won't look wonky, which I think is the best we can do.
We put the first tile. I hope this is like what makes or breaks everything.
The first one is scary, right?
I just wanted to show for the record how much we've done in one day of work. This has been like 6 hours of work, including figuring out where to start, which took the most amount of time. So I'm pretty happy. This is, I would say, I don't know, half, a bit less than half, but I reckon that with one more day we can have it done. It's looking amazing. I'm really happy with the result, and we'll see.
I'm actually really enjoying this. Every single tile that you put down is just so satisfying. I think it's because we've been wanting to do this job for so long, and I really never thought I would see the day when we tiled our kitchen, and every single tile is just like a massive achievement. It's a lot of work, but the result is so good. So the kitchen floor is finished. Some grouting is left to do. We just grouted in the area where we were going to put the fridge so that we wouldn't have to move it again. And you might be wondering about this little square that's left, just here in front of the cabinets that still need fixing. We actually have a little bit more brickwork to do here. We want to put a bit of an L shape coming round, just to extend the countertops a little bit and to put a really solid countertop in kind of this area so that Mauro can knead bread and stuff like that. We're missing that particular kind of countertop anywhere else. Hello, Una. So yeah, we can't tile there until we build the brick work around the base and know exactly what shape it's going to be. So yeah, that's that. What you got there? So we've come to the Spanish John Lewis. We're going to buy a freezer. We weren't planning on having a freezer. We haven't built it into the designs of the kitchen. We haven't really got a space for it, but we'll figure it out. But the hospital have run out of space to store my milk, so we've got to get a freezer. That's not a freezer. Looking for a beard trimmer?
Yeah, clearly I need one, right?
Don't know, does he need a beard trimmer? What do you think?
Yeah, can you make a poll? Let the internet decide.
Yeah. So we're having second thoughts about the freezer.
We're not having second thoughts.
Well,
we're going back to my first thoughts, which is different.
well, what we came in here for might not be what we end up with. Yeah, it turns out the big combi freezer fridges are a lot more efficient than the little ones. And not just more efficient, they actually consume less. It's not just about efficiency. Well, they are efficient.
Well, those two are linked.
But they're bigger and they still consume less. Mauro always said this, but I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Now I believe him. I've seen it written on the little screen.
The difference between an F rating and an A rating is huge. We've been playing Tetris with our fridge pointlessly for 2 years. I'm so happy.
I just thought a smaller fridge would consume less. I'm sorry, it seems obvious, doesn't it? Is it going to fit?
Yeah, so I'm measuring the dimensions of the biggest fridge in the shop.
The biggest one? Well, we might not get the
I
biggest
asked for
one.
the maximum. Yeah. 2 meters high. That's 2 meters.
Okay.
So that's fine. At the depth, he said it was around 70, the deepest one. So
Oh no, our cupboard.
like here. So this cupboard is a corner.
Yeah, but how wide is it?
Well, I would imagine at least this.
At least.
At least 50, let's say 60.
Well, I built all of this area imagining that exact fridge here, so if it's not that wide, we have a problem.
There's a maximum of 70. It can be 70 wide. I think that's okay.
Yeah, but we lose that cupboard completely.
Yeah, this cupboard is gone. Sí, ¿dónde estás? Vale, nos encontramos ahí donde te envié la ubicación. Fridge is coming. We need to go down with the car.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't cope with this. You excited?
Yeah.
Just come to pick up some water while we're down here. Might as well make the most of the trip down with the car. Don't know whether they're going to want to load the fridge into our van to go up or whether they're going to be able to go up with the van that they deliver in, but we're prepared. I think you can fit in it. You can live in it until the end of summer.
I reckon that Samsung make fridges that are pretty on the back too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's nice on the back. In Spain, when someone's ugly, you say you're uglier than a fridge from the back.
Ah.
And this fridge is actually quite pretty from the back. This video is not sponsored by Samsung. Oh my god, it's so nice. Maximum freshness.
And the freezer? Gonna fit so much milk in there.
It even says like where things go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Pizza.
Yeah.
No frost.
Yeah.
Oh, the coldest part. We've got the important stuff in here already. Some nice cold water. So nice. We are on our way to our neighbour's place today. When we have visitors or guests, if we have time, we really like to try and take them to some of our neighbours' projects because we've got quite a lot of people living close by who are also doing really cool stuff. Our neighbours and Andy and Raiko are doing a lot of natural building stuff. They've got a really cool project that's just getting underway. They've also got a lot of trees, I think, that need some pruning and some attention today, so we're going to look at that with them. So yeah, we're going to go and see them, do some work, have some lunch, have a nice day. Oh wow! Oh, that's so nice! Wow, you've done such a good job here!
Broken? Or is it just completely broken? No, broken. Show the destruction that I caused over here.
You chopped it down?
Everything. Up.
It's looking pretty airy up here.
Yeah.
bit that I thought was paint is just full of rubble. Well, it's full of rubble. Look at this.
Well, that's not paint.
Yeah, I know what happened here. Oh my god. Ah. There's paint. Today I'm going to paint some of these walls so that I can put up some useful things like shelves and hooks and get some of our stuff off the countertops and stored away. In my earlier videos, you would never see me use a roller, and it was one of the most common comments that I would get. Why don't you use a roller? Especially when I was doing like a big space. Now I'm using a roller, but I just don't like it. It's just not satisfying. I don't like using it. I don't know what it is, but I'm doing it for you. This edge looks so good. I better not drip paint on Maoru's coffee stuff. Let's just move this somewhere safe. The pipe is getting covered. I'm so happy. Okay, that's the first layer done. As you can see, I've left a little bit at the bottom because we're going to put the backsplash along here, so there's no point painting that. I have to say I was enjoying using the roller more than I expected this time. What wasn't so fun was the surface though. It's really bumpy. The plaster is really grainy and it just uses so much paint. It's a bit of a pain. But the roller, actually quite fun. So while the paint is drying, I'm just taking a look at the shelves. I wasn't sure which ones to use, but I think I'm going to go with these ones for some spice shelves. These ones are a little bit too long, and then I'm reusing some old floorboards, which we had left over from making the door to the office, for some longer shelves, just to get some stuff up off the worktops. This is very exciting because I need to sand this bit of wood, and I'm going to use a new toy, which we've had for a while and I haven't used yet. It's a sander. Battery powered. This thing just seems to velcro on and off, so that's pretty cool. It's quite heavy to use actually for a battery powered thing. One thing about living off-grid is that we can't wash paintbrushes and stuff like that in a sink like you could in a normal house, because obviously our water goes into our land. So what we do is we wrap paintbrushes up in plastic bags and lots of cling film and stuff like that, and just try and reuse them the next time we use the same material. And when they're just not usable anymore, we throw them away. See, this is more like a paint spatula than a paintbrush at this point, but it just about does the job. Okay, that's the first coat done on these. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do another coat pretty soon with how warm it is. It's probably going to dry really quickly. And now I'm going to go and do the second coat on the walls. Okay, that's the second coat done. I'm not sure you can really tell the difference, but you've got to do it twice, haven't you? I think you can on the pipe, maybe. To be honest, I think the pipe could probably use 3 or 4 more coats to cover it up completely. It's still looking a bit splotchy in places. It sounds like it's gonna start pouring with rain or storming any minute. Suddenly got super windy. Oh, it's raining already. Okay, I need to go and bring in everything that's electronic and shouldn't be rained on for whatever reason. Okay, that was awful. I'm not sure I saved everything. It's absolutely pouring out there and there was a lot of stuff that needed to come in. A load of furniture got wet. We'll just have to hope it dries off. In the end, I figured this was just going to be my shower for the day and decided to just embrace the rain. The rain completely stopped play for the day, and actually a lot of stuff happened before I ended up working on these shelves again. Laurence left and we settled into a new routine on our own. We'd actually had help on the farm ever since Santi was born, from my mom and then from Laurence, so it took some getting used to. And then at the end of August, Santi had major surgery, and I actually ended up getting taken into surgery on the same day to cut and drain an abscess, which I'd ended up getting from mastitis. We had some pretty rough days, to be honest. In fact, we've had some pretty rough months, but we came out the other side and we are all doing really well now. Santi's surgery went the best we could have hoped for, and we really hope this means he's coming home soon, because honestly, the thought of having him here is what's been keeping us going these last weeks. I'm also doing fine, and I will definitely reach for antibiotics sooner next time if I suspect a case of mastitis, although I hope there isn't a next time. And yeah, as you can see, I did eventually get our shelves up, so that's nice. And by some miracle, I also managed to edit this video, which was pretty much done apart from the ending, so I hope you'll excuse this kind of rushed conclusion. I hope you have enjoyed seeing what we've been up to in August, and I really hope we have some good news to share with you soon. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.